Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Ultima Final Fantasy, the ultimate Final Fantasy podcast. So, guys, today we are going to be continuing our best of episodes this year, or this, I guess today, Jesus, we're doing the year of 2016. Thank you so much to our good friend Krinital for not only the experiences we had together in 2016 with all the Final Fantasy 11 content and the 14 content, but also for listening back on this entire year and collecting the very best moments of the year. Without further ado, also thanks to Justin Wood. He helped out with the last little chunk too. Thank you guys both so much for this. Without further ado, guys, let's get into the very best of 2016. I don't think so.
Yeah, there's nothing normal. When you start for Leviathan, it's going to be hard mode, and then the stream mode comes out after 50.
Yeah.
Sounds like you were about to sneeze there, Krinital.
She is the person who's supposed to be the incarnation of Lady Iceheart. And she's supposed to free the Dragonians because she was... I'll try to remember what this was. She has the memories of Lady Iceheart. She was friends with the Dragonians, which are the dragons in Ishgard.
All right.
And she's basically trying to stop Ishgard from killing the dragon.
Dude, you're sounding like so weird over here. It's like you're trying to sneeze.
Echo is killing me.
It's like you're a South Park character to me. Sounds awesome.
I don't know how to explain it. I guess you'll just hear it.
I can hear it through the mic. It's funny because like as soon as I hear it, and then I have to stop for the echo to go through.
Echo.
Oh, is that why you're talking all weird?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's weird, man.
Just like
at some point, Crane, you need to do the recording of all the intros.
Welcome to Ultima Final Fantasy. The ultimate news.
It doesn't sound right. Okay, all right.
No, yeah, but Lady Iceheart, I thought she was...
Let's get to it. What happens in the first batch, Schweiss?
You know what? I don't even know. So essentially, you meet up with the... you have that big celebration, and then you meet up, you go back to Limsa Lominsa, and there's some Doma refugees, some people who come from a land far away...
Yeah,
that's ravaged by terrorism, and and they're trying to come to these other nations, and they go to Ul'dah, and Ul'dah turns them away. Shit, what is that guy's name? The little pirate dude.
The little pirate guy. Guys, who is the pirate's name? The little pirate.
Limitless?
Yeah, the evil dude.
Oh, the evil...
Aldeji or something like that? No, that's...
Teji Aldeji.
Adeleji, that's it. Yeah, that guy and a few other people turn him away because they're like, no, we have our own problems to deal with. We can't accept refugees from not Syria, Doma. And yeah, they're basically turned away. So being the good people that they are, the Scions kind of watch after them a little bit, and they end up helping you out quite a bit.
How are you feeling? Like, and I'm telling you, the interlude is. And after years, they're like the same visual and mechanical, like it's all the same as the FF4, original FF4 on Complete Edition. How do you feel about its, I guess, mechanical functionality in things like the menus and the the battle system?
Well,
and how do you feel about its visuals?
Well, here's how I feel about not playing this version of the game.
What did I tell you?
But I kind of like... I don't know. I had
we all played the different edition of FF4.
We did. Caleb played the Game Boy one or whatever the fuck. DS one, I think.
Yeah.
And I played the PlayStation 1 version, and then Joe played this one. I really do wish I would have played this one. The visuals are spot on. Everything's smoothed out. It just looks really good. It's quicker. The translation isn't all fucked up. There's not like lowercase words starting out the thing. Like, it seemed like some fucking temp agency did the translation for this shit on the PlayStation. Like, there was literally like... found potion, and the F would be like lowercase. I'm like, what the fuck, man? And could only have one FF game, TV and console, of course. See, he had it. He's got his bases covered. Still no electricity, but we'll let it slide.
Is there internet?
What game would you like to have with you? Oh, that's a good point. Do you go with a game that has a large amount of content, like FF12, or do you stick with one of your all-time favorites and play it over and over? What would you take, Joe?
I think
non-MMOs, I say.
See, yeah, if it's an MMO,
it's either 11 or 14.
I don't think I'd be on that island anymore. I'd be like, I'd be on the chat going, help!
Guys, I'm stranded. Yeah, no.
And they'd be like, shut up, troll, you're not stranded.
Yeah, I'm fucking serious. But
you have a PlayStation 2 with the hard drive, and the only internet connection you have is through FF11.
Oh, that'd be
luckily, you have an account.
Yes. And your credit card has yet to be declined with the months you've been trapped on the island.
You got a pretty good max on the credit card. Such a whiner.
Awesome. All right, so Theater Rhythm Final Fantasy has been announced for the arcade.
Woo!
Yay. Yeah.
It kind of is an arcadey kind of game.
Yeah, no, it is. And the multiplayer aspect of it is going to be pretty fun, I think, when we get to that. That's going to be a good time playing against you.
That's one of our last games.
Yes, it is. Maybe, I don't even know if the fucking multiplayer is going to be up and running by then.
Oh, you should be able to, it's DS, right? So you should be able to...
No, it should be fine, yeah. If it's a local area
the
deal.
DS, we're doing jack-off motions. How about if we pump it this way?
Yeah, how about that? Does that feel better? Shure SM58 microphones, $200. Adobe Audition software for mixing episodes, $30 a month. Libsyn hosting fees, $20 a month. A weekly FF podcast with great listeners, priceless. There are some things money can buy. For every other nitpicking motherfucker on the planet, there's the correction segment. All right, so this correction was submitted by
How dare we?
Pixel Edged. On this week's episode, you were thinking to play...
It also affected some iTunes reviews.
Oh, yes, it fucking did. You were thinking to play FF Tactics on Wii U or PSP, but they are totally different games, which I know. I just fucked up. The Wii U version is
from
the Game
last
Boy
week,
Advance, the one with judges. The first Final Fantasy Tactics is on PS1 as a disc and PS3, PSP, PS Vita TV through PSN. There's also a remake on PSP called Final Fantasy Tactics: The War of the Lions,
which is the version we will play.
And that is the one we're going to play because we know it's a pure, beautiful format. This version is also on PSN, which can be played on the PSP, Vita, PlayStation TV.
Okay.
It's also on mobile. Just to clear that up, if you started planning to get a Wii U for it. We weren't,
and I don't remember that being the conversation, but maybe we just had slips of the tongue.
Maybe. I don't remember ever wanting to get a Wii U in my life, so other than maybe we need it. Oh no, we might have said that. Might have said we need one for Nude Clan or something like that.
Yeah, we need a Wii U for Nude Clan.
Not necessarily for this, but fuck it.
No, unless they put a Final Fantasy game only on Wii U, which I will murder Square if they do that. But yeah, thanks for the correction. I didn't realize what we were talking about. So I guess what we said was that I guess what we sounded like we were trying to say was that we were going to get a Wii U to play Tactics on.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
not going to happen, but thank you for letting us
corrections.
know.
By the way, there is a section, like someone said, a new segment could be Ultimate Corrections, and I'm like, we have a corrections part of the forum.
We do, yeah.
So that we can talk about it on the show. It's just no one utilizes it, so thanks for utilizing it.
Yeah, thanks a lot. That's really good.
We don't want to be wrong, but we are human, and we don't write down the episodes before we have a discussion. Sometimes we do some research to, like, when we talk about a certain segment, like you did research today about Mythic Origins of the Summons, but then we have a conversation, and because it's a conversation and it's not a fucking dictionary, we will sometimes get things wrong, but we are willing to correct them. You just have to tell us if we did get it wrong.
Yeah, and I mean, it's always good to know.
And it's usually on accident. I don't think it's usually on purpose. But
well, I would hope we're not just
like the Fusoya Tella mix-up. Come on. Come on.
That's not viable to you.
As a correction,
they're two different characters, two different games.
It's a slip up, and they're both old men characters.
Old men
in games that are right next to each other on the series.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. This might be coming from someone that played 4 when it came out, and then 5 when it came out 10 million years later on PS1.
No.
Who knows? Maybe that's why it's easier.
Anyway, thanks for the correction. What's next? iTunes?
Yeah, we do have a few reviews. Let's get into those. This is going to be fun.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I love this part. iTunes. Yes. Reviews. iTunes. Reviews. That was amazing.
All right, so we actually have some Stitcher reviews that, we've let a couple build up since we haven't been reading Stitcher reviews. If you are listening to us on Stitcher, go ahead and put them on there. I'll check every once in a while.
Yeah, we just forgot it because we never got them before.
We did just forgot. You want to go to the one below that first, actually.
Did just forgot?
We did just forgot, man. And then we'll get a correction segment for that, too.
Yeah. You did just got? Not okay.
All right, so this is from Etta Fraven. Sorry about your name there. This says, hilarious hosts. It's a 4-star review on Stitcher. 4 out of 5. I listen to these at work and they provide great entertainment value. I especially enjoy the super sexy swinging fan fiction segments.
Yeah.
Those are hilarious. Joe's reactions are the best and his personality works really well with Caleb's. I really thought these two guys were college students because they sounded really young, but I stumbled upon their Twitch live podcast and they look nothing like I had imagined. Keep doing what you're doing.
Well, we are 2 college students.
I am a college student.
I mean, I guess we look like old haggard motherfuckers.
There was this kid that is at my work, one of my jobs, and he thought I was 46 years old.
Really?
You
do look kind of old.
He really thought I was 46 years old.
I don't mean to be a dick, but there was that time that guy thought you were Caleb's dad. And that was weird.
It was a girl. She was kind of cute, and she thought I was Caleb's dad.
Oh my!
Fat Caleb's dad.
That sucks.
It was like he did not get my good looks.
Yeah,
that's
dude. You think that came out of this?
That was a horrible time. Thank you for the review.
Yeah, thank you. We really appreciate it. Let's see. I remember sitting at my aunt's, obsessing over the game in my mind.
Were you about to say shitting?
Yes.
I remember shitting on my aunt.
That's disgusting. Buy stuff online. You'll save money. I swear to God. When I go buy a CD in the store, I get fucking ripped off, but I get so in the moment that I'm like, fuck it, I don't care. I want it now. And I've moved on from that.
Okay.
So evolve with me.
About time.
Yes, I know. I know. I just was like, you know what? I kind of want euthanasia. I'll just wait 4 days. I don't care.
If people don't know that that's a Megadeth album.
It's a Megadeth. No.
That sounds really out of context.
No, I do.
I really want euthanasia.
I want to die when I want to die. You realize that the second moon is going to crash into the planet, reducing everything to a molten ball of pain, and then try to come up with ways to stop it. And then this is where our favorite airship of all time comes in, the lunar whale. So the party takes the lunar whale to, you guessed it, the new moon. You descend the hours-long dungeons. But yeah, I thought that was fun.
Yeah.
Cool new elements.
I think it's a solid game. I'm going to be sad when we have to get to 10-2
in a while. After the 7 stuff.
7 stuff and
of course.
Maybe a long hike.
Yeah, perhaps. We'll see how long the 7 ones take us. They're not very long games.
We will see. Schweiss, we don't have rankings for the series yet. Can you find a pen for me from over there? Your pen ran out of stuff.
Don't you be talking about my pen on the show.
I'm sorry.
We're not that way.
Pen 15.
Yeah, Boo 65.
You want to join the Pen 15 club?
I was always a Boo 65 fan myself. I was all about that.
Oh, nice. Okay, I didn't even realize what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, that would seem like a much better club.
I know, but everyone always wanted the Pen 15 from me, but I just...
Oh, does anybody want the Pen 15 from you now?
I believe so.
Oh, okay, all right.
God, that is ancient. I haven't said that in years, dude.
Junior high?
Yeah.
Middle school?
Probably middle school.
Junior high for me. And I came on his sheets, and then I came downstairs, and now I'm sitting down and I'm ready to come for you guys live.
Wow.
Yeah. Is that a little too far?
You still have stuff left?
Wait, what are we talking about?
I don't know. I don't know anymore.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, you were thinking of... Oh, you gross.
Dude, you're
disgusting.
Okay, I want you to reflect on your statements before, and then think about that.
Into his house.
Yeah.
And then I sat on the sheets, right? I came on the sheets. And then I came downstairs. Then I'm going to come for all of you guys and stream live, right? Now, Chillin says, anyone wondering if they will really release info on a PS4 limited bundle? That'd be awesome, actually.
Didn't they have like a special Final Fantasy 13 one when that one was released?
Not in the U.S.
I know that was a Japan only one, but like...
Yeah. They had one in Europe, too.
Oh, did they? What the fuck?
I know, seriously. We buy the most copies of these fucking games here in
they're
the
just
US
like,
and Canada.
Fuck you,
Yeah.
double bird.
Go fuck off, US of A. Now, that's the way to do it. Springville, my hometown, y'all.
They have two lines, I believe. One for Provo and one for Springville.
All right. Joe say, my hump, my lovely little lumps. Check it out. I do it on the daily.
Did you forget some of the words, Joe?
My hump. I'm trying to remember the words. My lovely little lumps. Yeah. She's got me spending. Ooh, spending all your money on me. Spending time on me. Okay, I gotta get back to the other microphone. Actually, I should probably check and make sure that the sound is still running since we had a little hiccup here. Yeah. You guys like that? That's right. I'll never activate Windows Spectra Des. Yeah. Everybody dance. Okay, that's enough of that. Hey guys, hey!
Guile's theme is the fucking best song ever.
Guile's theme?
Yeah, from Street Fighter 2.
Sorry, I don't know. I don't know my Street Fighters.
Dude, it's fucking awesome.
Is it fucking awesome, or is it just awesome?
No, it's fucking awesome.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You would fuck it if you could. That's how awesome it is?
Yes, and I would fuck
that to me is what fucking awesome means. It is fucking awesome. Okay, well, zick. Let's see it. Holy crap. Girl in the middle is gorgeous. See her?
Yeah.
I mean, she's got the two friends to make her, pop out a little bit. Like, that's what I got you for.
Wow.
Seriously, that girl is gorgeous. You ready for the silent show?
They want to see a dance channel featuring me.
Were you dancing in the background?
Yeah, I was.
Okay. I didn't see, guys. I'm sorry. Okay. I have to go to the forums where the link is posted, because otherwise I won't be able to find it. Frankly, that's why I put it there. It's like, hey, everybody, this is where the thing is. Also, this is where I'll remember where to find the link. Okay. What does Kitty want? What does the kitty want?
What doesn't the kitty want?
I don't know. This is going to be the most boring mini-sode ever, by the way.
Probably.
It will make it a Patreon exclusive. We got it. What do we got?
I don't know. He just said we got it. He said this mini-sode will rock.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm glad you'll enjoy it.
Well, this mini-sock. I was going to say this mini-sode will rock our cocks. Then I said mini-sock.
Mini-sock?
Yeah.
You do that often with mini-sock?
No, dude, I need a full sock. I need a full-on sock for that shit. Fuck y'all.
Okay, wait. Okay, now we have stuff. No, I'm pretty sure that's coming from there.
Okay, there's
So
a
I think
small
they just-
delay on my phone. That's fucking
I think
weird.
they
Why
just
did that
started.
happen? Okay.
I don't know.
All right, so is it coming through? Let's turn it up. Let's hang out, guys, and watch show. Oh, shit. Is there any way you can untangle that microphone and put it on that chair?
On that chair?
Yes.
Okay, hold on.
Yes. If you could possibly do that, that would be nice. Would it? It would be gentlemanly. Yeah.
You should be good as a hero, but you're right. The things they do as soldier are not good. They're evil people that are
They're supporting
killing for a
supporting
fucking power company.
Wars in Wu-Tai.
Yeah, it's a power company. It's Provo City Power attacking Mapleton for God knows what reason.
That would be the most amazing thing ever, by the way.
Yeah, they probably could win too.
Yeah, hopefully Mapleton Mapleton needs to go.
Yeah, they're just to get it out of here. They're thieves.
Sorry, guys, this is a town south from here.
Very small.
Very small. And lots of rich people.
Yeah, so they might actually win then because they.
Well, they got the money, but do they got the troops?
They could.
They don't have the populace.
Yeah, true.
They don't have the soldiers.
Okay, so you're going to need to be honest with us here.
Why?
How much of your decision to take this role was based on the fact that in Final Fantasy there are crystals?
I mean, probably 99% of my decision.
Checks out.
And the crystal in this film happens to be blue.
That's pretty good.
Which is great. So for some reason I gravitate towards blue crystals. I don't
Get
know.
those meth jokes.
But
out of the way.
Crystal is a.
But they're going to try to start rebuilding, so they're going to have trade flowing in. They're going to get resources from other areas, trade it for shit they have. That's travel. That's going from point A to point B. You can send shit with point A to point B. So maybe you're right. Maybe they have a sort of mail system, but for the really seedy motherfuckers of the world here, they use Cloud Strife to
package.
Yeah, to bring their little bags of cocaine.
Very special materia.
Yeah.
You absorb it for like 8 hours and it's great.
That'd be awesome.
Really expensive.
Yeah, like a drunk materia. You just like stick it in and you're just wasted. No hangover.
Well, then Cloud would definitely not need to go to the bar.
That's true, yeah. He'd probably have one,
and
of
with
course.
his smuggling background, he could probably get a hold of something, right?
You'd think, although a good merchant doesn't partake of their wares, so.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. All right, all
Plus,
right.
he'd have to steal it from somebody. Not that they would, fight him off, especially after my FF7 save file.
What was that little hiccup for?
I have no idea.
All right. So this is from, what does that say? Goddamn, the computer monitor is like 12 feet away from me. Okay. This is from Discravis. Entertaining and informative gaming discussions. Joseph and Caleb do a stellar job of discussing the Final Fantasy series in a way that manages to be both substantial and entertaining. On your couch, and I was probably like, my neck was at some like 90-degree angle, and I was probably like snoring through the night. I woke up this morning, it was just like, my mouth was like, I had like cotton mouth. It was like, what? I did not have a great night's sleep last night, and I wanted some coffee in between, but we didn't want to take the time to make coffee. And so Schweiss gave me one of his energy drinks.
Yes.
This is the Rockstar Pure Zero energy drinks with B vitamins, taurine, and caffeine.
Right, this is the mango orange passion fruit.
Orange passion fruit with other natural flavors.
Yeah, apparently those other natural flavors are urine and or ass.
So I would be surprised because Schweiss recognized it when I had a sour look on my face.
Yeah. And I was like, it smells like cat piss, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
And everyone at my work tells me that. They're like, what the hell is that smell? And I'm like, it's the drink, okay? It doesn't taste like piss, but it smells like piss.
What is in this fucking drink that makes it taste this way?
I don't know.
Or it doesn't taste like terrible.
Gum Arabic.
It tastes like energy drink that's orange or peach or whatever.
Yeah, I think this is them telling us finally that you should not be consuming these things. This is not for you.
It literally, I put it up. I'm like, oh yeah, energy drink, and I think it's gonna be great. And of course, I inhale before putting the drink up to my mouth, and it literally smells like someone before. Like I had picked up this drink. It's like someone had just pissed all over your drink cans. And there's like a residue of piss.
It doesn't taste bad though.
It doesn't taste terrible, but
it is still,
it smells awful. This is the worst smelling fucking drink.
I don't think they're supposed to smell either. I don't remember really much of a smell to other energy drinks. Maybe like a little fruit.
There's smells, and it smells like chemicals and death.
Maybe that's
but this smells like fucking urine. Land death is pretty bad, and frankly, coffee is much better for you than this.
Yeah, well, I don't have any coffee, so we couldn't make it. It's not that I didn't
buy you some more coffee.
Well, instead you have to drink your own piss.
I'm drinking someone else's piss.
Okay.
I promise.
Oh, that's much better. You're right. So last time we asked a question from us to you, it was about retcons. What Final Fantasy retcon do you dislike the most?
Yeah, and we got 2 of them here.
All right. This one's from Shinru, and he says, Rufus being alive in Advent Children and Hojo being alive sort of in Dirge. Crisis Core having Genesis show up when Sephiroth is at the reactor at Nibelheim, and Sephiroth locking himself in the mansion for just like 7 days. All right.
Yeah, we talked about that last time. That is bothersome, the 7 days, I think.
It is.
It made it seem like he was in there for months in the original FF7.
Right, and I did dislike Rufus being alive. I didn't care for that really much at all. He was very clearly dead, I felt, when his, when the Shinra building got blasted in 7. I did not think that fucker lived. And he's alive, and he's not even permanently maimed. I expect him to not have any hair left on his body after that shit. But he's like, yeah, I'm kind of fucked up. But then he stands up in the movie. He's like, yeah, kidding. I was there. I had a dummy. It was some employee. It was like dress up as your boss day is what I told him. And he died. Ha ha ha. I hated that one.
Yeah, it's stupid.
The Dirge one, I don't know. Do you think I was dumb with Hojo and the Dirge thing? Because I kind of thought the whole Matrix system in Dirge was dumb anyway. So I was just like, well, Hojo. Well, that happened. I wasn't really like.
Yeah. We complained about it on the episode. I feel like we complained about it aptly on the episode. It's her choosing Hojo may be the most disgusting thing. That entire game.
Yeah.
Her I'm sorry if it's in, and then she just goes into Hojo's open arms.
Yeah. And he's like, yes!
Only the people on the stream know this, the symbol that you gave.
That's all right.
Okay. All right.
He said another personal nitpick is how most of the Turks seem to have survived. I know saying was a mistranslation, and others obviously survived, but it feels like literally all of them lived through stuff that should have killed them. Most of the people probably should be dead in this thing. Yeah,
I think Cloud should have died many times in Advent Children, personally.
Yeah, or in 7 itself, before the game. And Zara came back and said, you want to read this one?
I seriously have been thinking about this question ever since you said you were going to ask it. Several days later, I seriously cannot come up with anything. Retcons, in my opinion, unless handled very badly, can add a new layer of story for me, says Zara. If I really wanted to nitpick, I guess the Dirge of Cerberus as a whole annoyed me, so any retcons there would have bothered me. I usually don't fall into the purist camp. I actually don't even mind the changes Lucas made to the original Star Wars trilogy, but that's a whole different long-ass discussion we could get into. LOL.
Yeah, I don't think you want us to get into that at all.
Well, let's get into it just a little bit. Schweiss, so what do you think about the changes to the original Star Wars trilogy?
I think that, Well, the ending of episode 6 was to
on the Blu-ray version.
Yes, was to where they replaced the original actor for Obi-Wan.
Oh, okay, that's the ending you're talking.
Or no, not Obi-Wan, the original actor for Vader with Hayden Christensen.
Right.
I really
even though he died as an old man and all the other people died. They come back in the state that they died in.
Yes.
But he comes back as a kid.
Yes, so it's stupid in that way. It doesn't make any sense. But I think they did that mostly for the new generation to realize, oh, this is this. But they should have fucking known that.
They would have known it through
by
the
watching
story.
The end of 3 and hearing him turn into Cat Vader.
Okay.
And yeah, so I don't know. I can see it being like oh, hey, this is this guy, just in case he needed it, but I don't know. I don't know. Whatever is left behind from 1,000 years prior that you're now wearing around your... Yeah, it's really odd. It's like some sort of like witchcraft thing where you wear it and you get possessed. But in this, she's possessed to be a great singer instead of possessed to like kill, I guess. So, I don't know.
It's just bad.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do not have my stamp of approval on that pop concert. I don't have any stamps of any approvals on any pop concert where our main character of a Final Fantasy game is supposed to be a pop star. I mean, unless that is the story, like you're a pop star. But she's a sphere hunter. And she's like, oh, I like to sing, so I'm going to also be a pop star for all these people. Like,
maybe it's kind of like how whenever we come up with a new hobby, we want to make a podcast about it. Maybe she just goes full hog. She's like, you know what? I like pop. I like to sing in the shower. I'm going to do this from now on. This is me. Who knows? Maybe she lives with the hog.
It's got to be bad for her image. So it's actually
bad for her image. She's wearing shorts that show off like half of her ass in this game. Her image is fucking ruined.
Okay,
she pissed into the wind on that thing.
All right. Well, I'm not going to talk about what she wears as much as what she does. There's actually 3 concerts, and we actually forgot about one. There was another concert where they need to let off some steam, apparently, and Yuna needs to dance in the middle of the game. And dancing, Yuna, I want to see. And I'm like, I don't want to see. Can we just move on? But instead, we see dancing Yuna, and she has to put, first off, she has to get all the instrument guys together. She has to get her backing band together.
Oh, yeah, these fucking guys.
And they're these hitchhikers with these strange instruments just standing in the hallway that can't move themselves somehow, and you have to move them into the elevator to get upstairs to start the concert. Moving these motherfuckers, Schweiss. Who thought of the fucking physics?
I don't know.
To move these guys. So it's like bad physics. It's like they don't have anything sinking them to the floor of the game. So Yuna has to run around this terrible camera, which is rounded, and trying to get these guys in a straight line. And there's no like pushing movement. It's not like in FF10 when you were doing the puzzles where you would come to the statue and push. Yuna is pushing the guys, but she's still just doing her running motion.
Yeah.
And she's moving these motherfuckers into the elevator. And it looks awful. It plays awful. And then the song that she sings when she's dancing or singing or whatever the fuck is la 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 la. And I just did a better job than she did. I would like to point that out. The Yuna is tone deaf, except when Len takes over her.
Yeah, this is like the part in FF9 where Garnet was singing, and then you're like, oh, she has such a beautiful voice. And I was like, you know what's funny though is that is supposed to be the song. I think it's kind of one of those things where the player couldn't render it right or something, and the player is supposed to assume that it's the actual song.
There's an actual song,
yeah,
but
so she's actually singing
La La.
But in this game, in 10.2, in 10.2, it doesn't really work the same way because we do have songs that do play. So I don't know.
I find it to be just it just hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts, dude. I love 10 so much that this all this shit I know some people find it charming. I don't. I find it painful. Painful. So after all this shit with concerts and spear hunting and Shuyin and all that other stuff, Yuna, the Blanc Syndicate, the members of the Youth League, as well as members of New Yevon, they finally team up to destroy Vegnagun and the spirit of Shuyin, who controls it, I guess.
And the Shuyin fight's actually pretty sweet. Since he's Tidus from the past, he's got his limit breaks, and that's how he attacks you. And it's pretty cool to see those, right? And then he did his ultimate one. I think it's like Blitz Ace, where he hits a bunch of times, and then he goes up and then kicks the Blitz Ball down into you. And the thing I want to note here is he's holding Wakka's ultimate weapon. That means that Wakka fucking sold it. After all that shit I did in Final Fantasy X, that fat fuck sold the ultimate weapon to the Nemesis. Did he not think, oh yeah, maybe I not sell to this guy, yeah? No, he didn't. He sold to the fucking Tidus clone, and he raped me with it. With the weapon I spent hours to earn. I was like, what is this bullshit? Here's Wakka's best weapon, $14.99. 3 easy payments.
Oh,
it was nuts.
From Provo, Utah, this is the Ultimate Final Fantasy Podcast with your hosts, Joseph DeGolier and Caleb Schweiss. This is Ultima Final Fantasy.
Welcome to another episode of Ultima Final Fantasy, the ultimate fuckface interruption Final Fantasy podcast. I am your respectful host, Caleb.
Are you so respectful if you go fuckface in the middle of your sentence?
Yeah, I'm merely identifying the creature before me.
Okay.
Both she and Riku get some new clothes so that no one will recognize them because Yuna is so famous, and I guess Riku is too. After all, she was Yuna's guardian. A new mysterious girl named Pain, pronounced Pine.
Pronounced Pine? What the fuck? No, that's not true.
Also joins their quest, which turns out to be a lot bigger than they expected.
Pain, pronounced Pine, by the way.
Hey, Pine! As you can already see, this game is simply amazing. In addition to this great storyline.
Sorry, did I see that through the last paragraph?
The battle system
There's a girl named Pain, pronounced Pine. Can't you see that this game may be the greatest of all time?
See? The battle system has been totally redefined. You can choose from over 10 different job classes during battle. And there's a brand new Albed airship called Celsius that can take you anywhere in Spira right from the beginning of the game. Make sure that you get this on October 18th, or at least reserve it right here, right now. End of review. Was this helpful? Yes, it was.
You gotta log in to
fuck
Amazon
that.
for that. All right. Oh, fuck. Okay, there it is. Okay.
Oh, man, this is a different kind of review.
Now, this is a polar opposite review. This is a 1-star review on Amazon called Rivals the Bouncer by Metropolitan J on June 2nd,
Looks like he
2012.
edited this one.
Yes. I don't care. I'm changing my review. My last one was dishonest. I called it a decent game. This game sucks. Well and truly sucks. I noticed that this is released as PlayStation's greatest hits. It hits like a punch to the ball sack. The storyline is utterly stupid. It has forsaken any traditional FF storyline in favor for Charlie's Angel exploitation antics with 70% more fan service. The last game saw you battling a global threat. Now see Yuna going on stupid quests like go to Macarena Temple and find out who left the toilet seat up. And stupid dialogue such as, we're going to defeat it with love. Yeah, good one. I'm sure Sun Tzu was kicking himself once he realized he forgot to write that one. And guess what? Final Fantasy is my favorite game series of all time. 10 was my favorite, and now I have to play this
Crap.
crap? He censored crap. Okay, well, that was lame. This shit. I even like 12 and 13, so what does that say about this? If your game comes without an instruction leaflet, then God help you. There's a new dress sphere system where different abilities are bestowed upon characters who wear different clothing, i.e. white mage sphere. It makes the sphere grid system from 10 look like an intricate work of genius. On top of it, the lip syncing is pretty damn terrible. It's like watching a Chinese film dubbed into English with the terrible delays in speech and mouth movement. This game has no excuse. I would like to say that is an amazing review.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. Thank you very much for those 2 reviews.
What's wrong with Joseph?
Well, I mean...
Ain't nothing wrong with Joseph. If he's talking about the Final Fantasy II guy.
I think he was. There were a couple of good mentions here. Hope, he hates Joseph because he's a noob who got crushed by a rock.
Oh, come on. That was a selfless sacrifice.
Yeah, that was beautiful in that game.
So you get crushed by a rock.
Yeah, save the party.
So you get cut off your own arm. I brought this up on Nude Clan, but in case you don't listen to Nude Clan...
Which you should.
You fucking should, because it's the best show ever.
Yeah.
But... we were in fact listed on a YouTube video that said we were the best show ever. Nude Clan. This show was listed as number 6.
Yeah, so
think about that. Think about how fucking awesome this show is, and then think about 6 shows better.
Yeah. Well, 5 shows better.
5 shows better.
5 times the quality.
There you go. Yeah, if they double.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure they do. We'll have to ask next time we get them on. But
we will. That's Pixel Edge, by the way. You can check them out.
Yes.
So I learned something about one of our listeners this week, and I'll forego saying his name on this podcast. At least, I'm not even his real name anyway, because I don't know his real name.
I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, this listener, there was the what?
No, I just coughed.
Oh, you just coughing? Okay.
Yeah.
We were playing certain sections of Chains of Promathia, and there were some female characters
with some decent models.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. No.
I'm like, all right, this one's a little more important.
I learned 2 terms. Well, I learned 1 term, but I like to say I learned 2. I was, he started talking about how there were all these pictures of her on this website, and I'm not sure what term he used then, but I was just kind of like, wait, what website? And we found out that, in fact, it was an anime porn website that he frequented.
Yeah.
And apparently this Final Fantasy XI character was on there. And I called it anime porn, and I would like to say that another member of the group corrected me and said, no, it's called hentai. For you guys out there, special people out there who watch this thing called hentai, the way that someone can tell that you watch hentai, besides, just saying, oh, I go to a hentai site, that was one person, is by correcting someone when they say anime porn and saying, no, it's called hentai.
That is telling.
Ding!
Although I knew it was called that too.
I know it's called that too.
Well, then what's the point? The point's moot at this point.
Yeah, but
both
if
of us
someone
knew.
said anime porn, I would not correct them. Like, I would not get excited to correct someone and be like, no, it's called hentai. Say it right. Have some respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you...
So I just thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
On top of that, I want to explain what a waifu is, because another character, this same person who was on our stream, who I love to death, by the way, the same person who was on our stream, I make fun of you and I make fun of Caleb. It's fine. I think it's fine anyway. Until you're like,
we'll find out if they
from the rafters.
We'll find out if they never show up again. Yeah, I'm naked hanging from the rafters.
I found out I'm finding all these anime term. As you listeners know, especially if you've been listening since the beginning, I do not believe that anime exists. And there's a million fucking rants you could find early on episodes why I don't. But I found out an anime term, and it is waifu. Can you tell me what a waifu fucking is, Schweiss?
A waifu is basically a character. It's like a character that you would take as a wife, but you respect her, so it's not something that you see sexualized. Here's the term, the actual definition on Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, that's where actual definitions are
That's
found.
right. A term coined by otaku and weeaboo, and we know how reliable otaku is, alike for their 2D significant others, predominantly anime and video game characters. A waifu, in contrast to a harem, is the love between one man and his one and only waifu. You treat your waifu with the utmost respect and courtesy, and most refuse to even fap to their beloved, seeing the act as an insult to the non-existent woman they have committed themselves to. A spin-off term, husbando, followed for Fujiyoshi, who feels similarly towards male characters. So the waifu is like someone you revere. So like Aki Ross over there. I have not... This is getting personal. I have not masturbated to the image of Aki Ross.
I have not masturbated to that.
I have not masturbated to that toaster over there. I have not masturbated to the sound. Well, maybe the soundboard. But no. So Aki Ross could be our fucking waifu. Although it's not that I love her so much that I wouldn't do that. I mean, honestly, come on. I would do that to nothing. But I don't know. That's the symbol for us. That's the thing we see on our streams is Aki Ross in the background.
God, dude, I'm having flashbacks. I'm having flashbacks right now back to Snow College in my Japanese class, and like 20% of the fucking class are these like loud ass anime freaks who I think were only interested in learning Japanese because they wanted to watch their anime without subtitles.
That's
one of the world's hardest languages to learn for English speakers.
That's a weird reason.
And that was like their goal. I thought I was like, okay, all right. And fucking God, those people, fuck. And so like, I'm sure they all had waifus. I'm sure. Yeah. God, it's so weird, dude. I'm floored this week by the information I've received.
Yeah, you know what? I think we should just go on like a racist rant, and then that way we can alienate even more of our audience.
Oh, listen, okay.
In one episode, just like, all right, there's half of it, and then let's squeeze out another little wedge here, another 10%.
I just believe in pretending to be a normal person while hosting a Final Fantasy podcast.
It's tough. It is.
I know.
You know what's even more weird is when you tell someone how much video games we play, and that we aren't ADD. That's another one I've run into. They're like, "Wait, you don't have ADD?" And I'm like, "No, I'm normal.
Perfect. Yeah, I can read a book.
I can do whatever.
I don't have to hyper focus. It's just like normal.
Yeah, like there are times where I'm reading and I'll like get distracted by the noises around me in conversations. So like I'm not hyper focusing on either. I'm getting fucked by one, trying to do the other.
But yeah, you can focus. You have that ability.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah,
I can if I were to like go away from the interesting conversation. But shit, maybe I am.
Yeah, maybe you are.
No, really though, it's a weird thing. So
yeah, trying to pretend to be normal while being into this shit. That we're into. Yeah. As well as other stuff that me and you are into.
That's right.
Yeah, it's kind of an odd balance. I don't think there's anything wrong with watching animated television shows.
Yeah, no, there's definitely not. Archer's amazing. There's all sorts of great animes.
But the culture around anime fans in the U.S. is fucking weird.
It does get pretty intense.
And all the Japanese students that I met down in Snow College, they were like a bunch of TAs, and then there was this girl I studied with a couple times.
Studied.
Unfortunately, yes, studied.
Okay.
None of them were into anime, and they found it kind of weird.
Really?
All the white people in that class were. In fact, I had one that was like, "Oh, do you like anime?" Because she just assumed that I like anime. I'm like, "No," and she's like, "I don't either."
God.
Like, thank God.
I don't know. It's not that I don't like it. It's just I haven't found anything so far that's like, okay, I accept it. It's another one of those things that we've both gone off about where it's literally just the animation style and there is no genre. It's not a genre at all. There's stuff that's for kids. There's stuff that's for adults. There's stuff that's like
there's sci-fi shit. There's little dramas, like family dramas.
It's like saying American cinema, and that's
oh yeah, that's a genre.
American cinema is a genre.
Let's all
like,
freak out about American cinema.
Yeah, it's how do you do that?
I don't know.
You can't. It's not possible.
This is my Bogart. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Bogart means I don't like. What the fuck would you?
I don't know. It's hard to fathom even how it is what it is. Like how you can say I am an anime fan.
Well, in Japan, the term anime just means animation.
Right.
So for Japanese people, and they call themselves as these otakus are really like into the Japanese animation. It's not all animation, it's Japanese animation specifically.
Yeah. Which is odd. Like it's not
and some people include Korean animation and Chinese animation into the term anime. And I'm like,
that's like saying British film is the same as American.
So this thing that doesn't exist has no definition except for the fucking people around it.
Yeah.
So
it's odd. Like like we both said, we've both had animes that we've watched that are like fantastic and we love.
Animated
They're great.
Foreign shows.
Yeah. That's what they call it. They call it animes, and we enjoyed those anime. It doesn't mean we like anime. It doesn't mean I can say, oh yeah, I like anime. It's like, well, I've watched one.
I'm indifferent to
life.
I'm indifferent to the medium.
Yeah, it's like whatever. It doesn't
style within the medium.
It doesn't mean anything. Is the thing. It doesn't say, oh well, it's an anime. It's going to be good. No, it's just fucking drawn.
Can I say also the style is broad?
Yeah, it's
is anime, right?
Yeah.
And then the 80s movie Akira, which has a totally different style.
Both
are both under anime? Or what?
Yeah, it's weird.
Anime doesn't exist. It's just a fact, and no one's gonna listen to me, and so it doesn't matter. But God damn it, I have a Final Fantasy podcast, and I can talk about it. So yeah, if you want to know if someone's into hentai, if porn is brought up and animated porn is brought up, just call it animated porn or anime porn and be corrected, and based upon their emphasis of correction, you'll know how into this hentai.
I think I might have corrected you too.
There was someone who corrected me first quickly.
That's true. It wasn't me. Yeah. There was another. But no, I would have corrected you because I would have been like, oh, it's got a name.
Yeah. So, my fellow FF11 players, I love you to death, and I don't care if you're into anime porn. Just remember that the way to give it away
is that exactly.
If you don't want to give it away, is to correct me emphatically. A few hours. We do have a Skype response.
Oh shit, you're right. Who was it?
I don't know. Just
your mom.
It's one of the new ones. So like that missed call, maybe up there. Yeah.
Hey, it's Joe from Michigan. I'm responding to the question from us to you about a time that I got angry and quit Final Fantasy. That would be for Final Fantasy 14. I started playing probably 8 months ago maybe. And right about the time I got to A Realm Reborn meets Heavensward, there's 100 quests there that happened in the patch cycle between 2.0 and 3.0. So 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4, 2.5. So there's 100 quests there, and like probably 75 of them are fucking retarded. You don't do anything that matters. You just run around, talk to this guy, run around, talk to this guy, run around, talk to this guy, run around, talk to this guy. And it took so long. I was probably in the middle of it, and that's what we were doing. We have 4 people at my house. We're all sitting there, me, my wife, and my 2 buddies, sitting there trying to burn through these fucking 100 quests, just get them through as fast as possible so we can get through. I'm trying to read stuff. Finally, I just stood up, turned off my fucking computer, and left my own house. I was so frustrated at the fact that someone told me, like, hey, you're here, go give that guy a letter. It's like, you motherfucker, I just saved the fucking world, and you can't hire a postman to go fucking over there. I have 4 million gil. Can I pay someone to go over there? Because I don't want to fucking run over there. So I got so pissed, I left. The only reason I kept playing the game is because my wife wanted me to. Otherwise, I would have said, fuck you, and quit completely. In fact, one of my friends did. And I got to those 100 quests, said, this is fucking retarded, and quit, and completely left the game. In hindsight, kind of glad my wife made me keep going, because Heaven's Lord was awesome. I'm still playing today, have a great time. The only other Final Fantasy I've ever quit was Final Fantasy 3, and that was when it came out, and that's because it was super boring, and I had no nostalgia factor to keep me going like I did for 1 or 2. So, other than that, Final Fantasy 14, those 100 quests, I know that's coming up for you guys. Good luck getting through them. Push through. Heaven's Word is worth it. Love the show. Talk to you next time.
Okay, so that's before Heaven's Word is what you said, right?
Yeah.
So we already did that.
Yeah, we did. It was pain.
Yeah. No, we know,
a long
dude.
time.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Great answer. Easily the most similar to its original form of the summons thus far.
Yeah, thus far. Betty
was hoping,
Boop mode saves them.
Yeah, I was hoping they would get, like, incinerated. But no. At least the Chocobo has some, like, chicken.
Mr. Kaze?
Yeah. Oh, and in case this robot fails, we'll have another tiny one. Comes up right behind it.
Mr. Kaze! Oh no! He's still alive!
The cavalry!
Riders of Row.
Where's the other, even tinier one?
Yeah, there needs to be another one that pops out of that little robot body.
I'd prefer it to be like at the end of the episode as they're all walking away. It like zooms in super far. Like,
oh, that's perfect. Just a good eye open.
Yeah.
Reminds me of that one movie called Note.
Yeah, it's a good one.
They're building the robot again.
Don't do it.
Tearing down, building up, goes on and on. This sounds like our podcast. Or, websites.
Looks like they're already starting to do the same old thing
We're just never done.
I wonder if they're going to keep working in this place for their whole life.
Tearing down, building up, it goes on and on.
Yes, it does.
UltimaFinalFantasy.com.
Don't you see? I've also found my place in life. I found proof I'm alive.
You mean by being with us?
Not staying?
Oh, so it's not like Elon Musk said? We're not all in a simulation?
With him.
Yeah.
Wherever he goes, that's where I belong. The Earl is after him, so he's gone off by himself, but even though he doesn't want to cause any trouble...
She's really into the dark, mysterious types, I guess.
Yeah.
Non-wolf people.
Help him if I can.
Non-wolf, yet lone wolf.
He'd been cloned.
That's good. Maybe that's what it is.
There's no one in all Wonderland who can take care of him the way I've already shown that I can. And anyway...
I mean, remember the hand job on the train, oh!
I have to be together with him. He needs me, so that's my decision about...
Oh, man, her face back there. It's just... Bleh.
That's Japanese animation for you, Schweiss.
Are you really going to leave us? Yep. I've had so much fun since I met you guys. I want to thank you.
If I don't get that Kazan D,
okay?
I don't know what I'll do.
Push your pocket, keep an eye on eye.
I gotta find a clip of Comrades.
Come here.
Bring it in,
I
guys.
hope you guys find your mother and father somewhere safe really soon.
Blue.
Let's not be strangers while we're here in Wonderland, okay? That's a promise.
God, it must be hot in there.
Goodbye.
Yeah, they're standing next to the only flame.
Fucking flame. Huge flame.
I guess now...
Must probably be pretty loud, whatever the fuck they're doing down there.
Yeah.
Work never ending, work is never done. Smoke inhalation kills everyone.
Yep, juxtaposition. That's me. How's everyone doing? I'm actually the funny part of LBR. So without me, the show would be really, really terrible.
I know how you feel. Connect.
And Ascalia.
How's it going? I'm Ascalia Ryumasa. I'm the attractive part of Limit Break Radio.
Wait a second.
I feel ya.
What?
No, I'm kidding.
Keep going, Schweiss. All right, and we got Nika with us.
Yes, hi, I'm Nika Coyote, and I'm the token female of this podcast.
Yes. You know, we got a lot of shit for not having one of those at one point in time. There was like a 2-week period where it came up like 6 fucking times, and they're like, how come you guys don't have a female host? I was like, dude, I don't fucking know any girls that play Final Fantasy. But apparently you guys got the
there are plenty of them.
The one. Yeah, but
where are they?
Not here. This is Utah. There's not even people, let alone females.
I'm sorry. I thought this was a respectable podcast. I thought there would be another woman on the show, so I'm going to apologize.
Thank you, Jack.
I'm going to have to sign off.
I was talking about Ascalia.
From Provo, Utah, this is the Ultimate Final Fantasy Podcast with your hosts, Joseph DeGolier and Caleb Schweiss. This is Ultima Final Fantasy.
Welcome to another episode of Ultima Final Fantasy. The Ultimate Final Fantasy Podcast. I am your host, Caleb.
God damn it, dude. You listeners at home don't know this, but he muted me like a fuck. So thanks. Maybe I'll mute him midway through this episode somewhere.
Maybe.
Yeah? How would you like it now? Go ahead, Caleb, talk. Go ahead. No. Go ahead, talk. Oh, yeah, you can't talk, can you, motherfucker?
Come on.
All right. How about this? Oh.
What the fuck? What are you, a fucking child?
Oh, what? Am I what?
A fucking child?
Am I
a child?
So, Revenant Wing picks up about 1 year after the events of FF12. Now, official Sky Pirate himself.
So they say.
Probably the gayest title ever.
Sky Pirate.
Sky Pirate sounds like ass pirate to me. It just doesn't sound right. And the fact that Vaughn has his little vest. Sky Pirate just doesn't sound cool.
You know, it sounded cool.
What's the cool factor on Sky Pirate for you? Because I never thought it was cool.
You probably get laid a lot. I mean, Balthier definitely does.
Like an actual pirate is cool. But
Balthier probably...
say the word sky before pirate is...
Balthier probably has to do penicillin shots every day or he'll just fucking die. That guy is getting
all right. That's a good point, yeah.
Like, that's probably why he's so pissy all the time, because he's just, like, in constant pain, because he just has to accept everything that comes across his way, especially that Fran, and I mean, she's sort of rabbit, so...
Or maybe he never gets the Fran, and it's always like a...
He needs to get everybody else. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe he's a womanizer because Fran is just fucking cock-blocking him the whole time.
Man, I think it might be.
It
might be.
Yeah.
But yeah, every time Vaughn says Sky Pirate, even in FF12, I never really felt right with that phrase. I want to be a Sky Pirate. I just always felt like that. Not as cool as, I don't know, maybe other people think it's cool. I don't really think it's that cool of a title, you know?
Yeah.
Pirate is cool, and you could just be a pirate on an airship. I don't think you need to call yourself a Sky Pirate. How this game is played to someone who's never played it, which is honestly most of our audience. It seems like this is one of the rarer Final Fantasy games that people have tried out, as you know, as far as I know and have heard. Right? How would you explain that what the gameplay is like in this?
All right, so it's sort of like a MOBA mixed with an RTS game, I would say. MOBA in the way that you have...
MOBAs come from RTS games, so...
They do, yeah.
It's in that realm.
They literally do. The first MOBA was a mod to an RTS game. And it's... Okay, so it's RTS in the way that... you're moving your characters around, you're selecting different buffs, you gotta kind of come in from a tactical standpoint, throw garbage units away to have your better units in the back kind of doing damage from a distance sort of a thing. And it's MOBA in the way that the garbage units that you're throwing out, you summon almost like minions in League of Legends or Dota, and they basically, for the most part, they're kind of arrow fodder in this game. They do damage. They have elements to them. I mean, we've got fire, ice, lightning, all of that shit. And you can even get some carbuncles that'll throw up some healing spells and some protect and shell. And yeah, it's like a MOBA RTS. I don't know, that's the closest thing I can say. It's very bizarre.
I mean, it's sort of like you use your stylus to select everybody just like you would with a mouse
in like Age of Empires or
Warcraft 3 or League of Legends or something like that. And you move around your units just like that, and you do these tactical missions where you either have to kill a certain dude or you have to go take over someone's nexus. Or, the equivalent to that is the crystal, right?
Yeah.
So basically taking over someone's nexus from League of Legends, which is kind of like their base crystal where everybody spawns from.
Right, yeah.
And then there's also these spawn points, just like in freaking Dota or League of Legends, that you have to go and you have to kill those too. Only it's not all the same thing. It's like different missions have different things that you have to do. But, it's got these big different maps that you have to deal with the new strategies every time you get to a new mission. That's pretty much how the game is played. There's different types of espers, so there's like it's using all the elemental stuff from the Final Fantasy games. So and usually creatures from Final Fantasy XII's universe. For the most part,
they're bizarre looking though.
Some of them are very different.
We do have the Treants, and there's a couple others that come to mind, but the little bunny dudes, the 12 love to throw in everywhere.
Of course, unlike those MOBA games or whatever, you spawn everybody manually. So you have to get to a spawn point, and then you have to sync with the spawn point before the enemy team does, and then you get to start. You choose the espers that you could spawn. You have so many points that you can take up as far as espers.
And the tiers, the espers are tiered, so you get like tier 1, 2, 3, and then the summon, and each one of them costs more and more. And you also get a leveling up system. You gain little crystals throughout each fight, and essentially the longer the fight goes, the more you're going to have, and you can use those to level up the individual espers. So if you know that the ranged guys are really kicking ass in a certain fight, you can bump those guys' stats up a little bit so that they're able to do more damage, have a little more sustainability. Normally with that, though, the crystal thing, I just pumped it into the summon, dude. I made the summon fucking godly.
I did the same thing. You're big guy, you're rank 3. Which I mostly use Ifrit throughout the game, although later on I'd start using Ramu and stuff like that.
Yeah, Belias was fucking awesome.
Yeah. Your rank 3 guy is almost like a second team. Like, he is that powerful.
Yeah.
And so often you would have to take him to do a different task, like to take care of some little dudes or whatever, while your main team goes and takes care of something else. At least that's what my strategy was kind of.
Yeah.
The third strategy is you have your dudes, which is like Von Pinella or whatever, and they're usually like the powerful guys, just like
in the normal games.
In MOBA games.
Yeah.
And then you could just go and you can control your espers and you can have them go and kamikaze certain things as well. And I had to do that for one fight in particular, although I know that for other people that's a very common way of going throughout this game.
Yeah, the fight with Midia is the one I had to use that heavily on.
That's the one I had to use it on as well.
Dude, basically what I ended up doing for this fight, guys, is I would summon 4 or 5 bombs, and I would go 1 bomb in and then do the other 4 bombs going in, and I just do the explode move on them. Because, I mean, the bombs have their regular little attack where they're just shouldering them or whatever the fuck bombs do, running into them and shit. And you also have a special move that's almost like the spell they get to cast, which is explode. So I'd send the first bomb into his death. He's essentially the guy in the, in fucking behind enemy lines or whatever that's like holding the gun, and then when he dies, the dude with the fucking bullets picks up his gun, puts the bullets in, and can fire. Fucked up. fucked up stuff that Russia had to do. But it's kind of like that, where that guy goes in, he fucking gets Midia to do the Uber attack, the laser beam coming down from the sky shit, which is brutal in this game. That guy dies. The other 4 guys might die from her regular attacks, but they're definitely not going to be insta-fucked like the first dude, and I would blow the bombs up one by one, and that took a while. Even doing it this cheap-ass way, it takes time.
Yeah, that fight took, with the Judge of Wings fight, that took me like an real time for the one battle that I beat her on.
Mm-hmm.
That was like an hour and a half.
Yeah, dude.
It was almost my entire train ride.
It was sick. And I got to this fight, like I came home and I was like, I'm going to do some Revenant Wings today. I think I've got,
you know, I'll dabble.
Yeah, I'll get a couple missions in. I think I'm feeling the game right now. And I get in and, that was the one I was on. I was like, oh my god, dude. I was fucking doing this forever and ever and ever.
We got some email from someone, right?
Oh my god, the email. Oh Jesus. Okay. This thing is ridiculous. All right, so this is from one of our good friends who has provided us with artwork that no one has seen yet but us. Actually, no, the
Patreon donors.
Yeah, I threw one up.
There's some sketches that have not been.
No, there's some fantastic work done by this man. He said he found this while reading about the FF15 mayhem. Figured you would appreciate this. From Gaff. I'm so much happier now that I'm dead. Technically missing, soon to be presumed dead, gone. And this lazy, oblivious and incompetent Square Enix company will go to prison for my murder. Hajime Tabata took my pride and my dignity and my hope and my money. He took and took from me until I no longer existed. That's murder. Let the punishment fit the crime. To fake a convincing release date for Final Fantasy fucking Versus 13, you have to have discipline. You befriend a local idiot. Harvest the details of her humdrum life and cram her with stories about how development is doing fine. How the game is already playable from start to finish. Secretly create some money troubles. Feature-length film, anime, mobile apps. Eau de toilette bullshit. With the help of the unwitting, bump up your life insurance. Purchase the Ultimate Edition. Square Enix Store. Generic. Overpriced. Pay cash. You need to package yourself so that people will truly mourn your loss. And I don't know how much you know about Japan, but they truly believe in honor. You know what's hard? Faking your excitement for this game. First, you pretend to allow the disheartening news about the train wreck of a game. Watch every damn ATR stream. Wake up at fucking 3 a.m. just to see how this man has deleted Stella Nox Fleuret. My girl. From this game.
It's his girl, dude.
Yeah, it's his girl. His girl from a game that wasn't released. A girl who we fucking saw in cutscenes and only cutscenes. His girl from this game. Then you steal a Final Fantasy Type 0 copy and you pretend to like it. Voila! The Platinum demo plays like ass. You wasted $60 on a PSP port and a 15-minute demo that can't even reach 20 frames a second. Happy 9th anniversary to this game's announcement. But then you go on NeoGAF and post, wow, I love the demo. Tabata's doing a great job, while you dry off your tears running down your face. Wait for the clueless director to announce the release date. Off he goes. And the clock is ticking. 40 days away from the release date. And they haven't even shown console footage yet. You feel fiscally ill. A lot. You start to post about how the Neo days away from the release date, and they haven't even shown the console footage yet. Oh, shit, sorry. You start to post about how the Neo version will save the game. How the game still retains that Tetsuya Nomura-sama magic. Even though you damn now deep in yourself.
Damn dirty eights.
You damn now deep in yourself. That's one hell of a lie. June. E3 starts, and they fucking bring a broken demo on stage. It was Matt's fault, I'm sure of it, I repeat to myself, like an asshole. But everyone else playing the demo, Booths agree. Booths agrees that it's just as bad. And because you're you don't stop there. You go back to the day this fucking game was announced as Final Fantasy Versus 13. Start with the fairy tale days. Noctis slamming soldiers with this cool looking weapon. Multiple playable characters. A blonde female character that looks hot and is not some damsel in distress trophy wife.
How do you know that?
I don't know. Those are true. After that, you invent. Versus was supposed to be a Romeo and Juliet adaptation. The game was supposed to be tragic, not a road trip. Then the spending, the abuse, the fear, the threat of violence. And Nojima thought he was the writer. Burn it. Just the right amount. Make sure the fans will find it. Finally, honor tradition with a very special treasure hunt. And if I get everything right, the world will hate Tabata for killing his beautiful legacy franchise. When has it ever been Tabata's franchise?
Never?
Yeah, like Crisis Core. Such a legacy. And after all the outrage, when I'm ready, I'll go out onto GameStop and buy a Persona 5 copy. And when my mother finds me investing my precious time trying to bond with this hot anime girl, I'll look straight in her eyes and say, but have you looked at the menu screen? Have you actually seen the menu screen? In that very moment, she knows. She fucking knows. As she handles me the nugget pieces she previously cooked for me, she leaves my room with these words: Persona 5 is the true savior of the JRPG. And that's when the people will know. Final Hajime Tabata dumped this franchise like garbage, and she floated past all the other abused, unwanted, inconvenient franchises like Silent Hill and Metroid. The Final Fantasy 15 fans will be phone. But then, we never really existed. We loved a game we pretended to like. A true Final Fantasy game. Good God, this guy goes on forever. Gamers always use that, don't they? As their defining compliment. World of Final Fantasy is a true FF game, not this boy band garbage. A true Final Fantasy game is hot. A true Final Fantasy game is a game. A true Final Fantasy game is fun. A true Final Fantasy game never makes its fans angry. She only smiles in a chagrined, loving manner.
What is that bullshit?
And then presents its turn-based combat system. The fan likes what he likes, so evidently he's a vinyl hipster who loves fetish manga. If he likes Girls Gone Wild, Tifa Lockhart was a good example of empowering woman design. Cindy Highwind is sexist trash. When I meet Hajime Tabata, I knew he wanted true Final Fantasy experience. And for him, I'll admit...
How about that boob jiggle on Tifa?
Yeah,
you're right.
Final Fantasy 15 truly was it. He created an empty overworld, just like the Final Fantasy 7 game everyone loves. He rewrote the story to fit that Game of Thrones show everyone loves.
That asshole rewrothing things?
Yeah, for the best thing ever on TV. And he put food in the game because we all love food. He showed the game semi-regularly. I lived in the moment. Disque for 3 years. I was fucking game. I can't say I didn't enjoy some of it. Tabata teased out in me things I didn't know existed. A lightness, a humor, an ease. But I made him smarter, sharper. I inspired him to rise to my level. I forged the developer of my dreams. We were happy pretending to be other people. We were the happiest couple we knew. And that's the point of being together. And what's the point of being together if you're not the happiest? But Tabata got lazy. He delayed the game. He actually expected me to love, support his game unconditionally. And before finishing with the game, he dragged me to the season pass full of content cut from the game, expecting me to put another $40 on DLC bullshit. You think I'd let him destroy me and end up happier than ever? No fucking way. He doesn't get to win. I don't know how much the rest of you know about social culture. I'm an expert. But grown-ups work for things. Grown-ups pay. Grown-ups suffer consequences. What in the fuck? This man is insane. Whoever wrote this is insane. Listen to that.
It's humorous, and hopefully the person actually behind that isn't that fucking crazy.
I don't know, man. The way it's written, it makes it seem like they actually are. It's not like the Legolas fan fiction that we read last week where you can tell it's like intentionally bad.
Okay.
Because the person's username was bad fanfic.
Okay.
In this, it seems like a deranged man's grasping at straws of reason to try to explain why this game isn't what he thinks it is, even though he doesn't know what it is yet. And he just spewed it all out. I thought at the end he was going to kill himself. Like, I thought it was going to be like, author deceased now or something like that. He's like, you're not going to win. You'll never win. You know, like, I'm going out on my terms.
Oh my God.
It's insane.
All right, let's be clear here, guys. It's only a game.
Yeah.
That's number one rule. Number two rules is there's plenty of shitty Final Fantasy games, and if this is one, it's not going to ruin the franchise. Yeah. It might, like, set it off for a few years, but, you know, Final Fantasy will be back in some form, and a chunk of people will like it.
Right. They do pretty well on these main numbered Final Fantasies.
I mean, otherwise we wouldn't have a fucking delay.
Yeah.
There's a reason for the delay, and it's not to make the game worse.
Yeah, for sure.
And you know, they're doing it for our sake. It's not fucking Superman 64. They're not trying to put out, you know, a shit product, or they're not rushing themselves. I commend their bravery to put it out a couple more months.
Yeah,
I'm sure in the company that was like the most painful decision in the world.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it was, because they made this big deal about the release date being September 30th, and now it's not.
So I don't understand this. I don't understand this facet of fandom. I don't understand the facet of fandom where you assume you know what something is by the trailer. Which is bizarre.
Yeah,
to me.
like how many times has this man watched the trailer for Final Fantasy Versus 13? You know how many times I watched it?
Enough to be attached to a character that, I don't know, how many lines did Luna Freya say in the trailers?
I don't know. It was like 2, though. It wasn't very many lines. In the very first one, I don't know if there were any
remember
lines.
something where they were like walking around and they were having a conversation, her and Noctis.
Well, it wasn't Luna Freya that got removed, but...
Or not Luna, yeah. Whoever got removed, I can't even remember now.
Yeah, no, it's weird that they get attached to these characters that they don't even know who they are.
This is so fucking weird.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
It's like, oh, you promised me this. Where is it? It's like, that was 2 years ago. She didn't fit the story. We made the cut. That's the end. If it doesn't belong.
Mental disorder area.
Yeah, like
getting attached to something or obsessed with something that you have no connection to, no real connection to?
Yeah.
This is fucking Buffalo Bill shit.
What if that character were just the worst?
Put the lotion on the skin.
Yeah, what if she was the worst written, worst bitch of all time in this game? Like, would you really miss it? Like, you don't know that, though, because no one knows. No one knows what she would have been, because she's gone. She's gone from the game. And it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Unless you make it a big deal. You know, Square Enix wasn't thinking, okay, let's get this major female character. She is just 100% important to the plot, and we'll put her in this trailer, and we'll let people watch the trailer, and then we won't say anything after that. That's something that you have to come to the conclusion of yourself. There was no sort of like direction given on how important her character was, other than the fact that she was in the trailer. But some trailers just show random people, like just part of the movie. Like, oh yeah, I've seen that guy. It's this, like, how many millions of times has this man watched this Versus 13 trailer?
I'm wondering how many times he's masturbated to the female character that was cut out of the...
Yeah, he seems so shattered, like his life is just...
By the way,
over.
Nomura ain't that great, so fuck you. Let's be clear about that. He ain't as great as people say he is.
Yeah, Nomura, no. Well, that's not...
I don't know the deifying here. It's weird. It's fucking weird, man.
Yeah, I don't know. You and I prefer the artwork of Amano, obviously.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. With the modern stuff, it doesn't look like it used to, so it's still pretty awesome looking. Like, it's not bad in any way, but... It's just tough because we never got 3D Amano games. We never saw what his characters would have looked like on, you know, Final Fantasy X if he were the guy doing the main artwork. Like, who knows what that would have been?
Yeah, maybe Titus would have had pants or shorts.
Yeah, not both. I can't decide what to wear today. Who knows, though?
Jesus, I don't understand this reaction. I don't understand the hateful reaction of the Kingsglaive getting a bad score on Rotten Tomatoes after a couple days after it was released in the US.
Yeah.
Which, you know, guys, if the movie's bad, the movie's bad.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's good or bad. It does to the critics, obviously, but to you, who cares what they think? Every single movie that I've seen recently that's had a bad, okay, maybe not every single, but like Batman v Superman has like a 20-something for critics, right? It has like a 70-something for audience.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a big deal to me. That makes me think, okay, the movie's not good, but people still like it. I watched it. I didn't like it, and it was bad. But there are those out there who will love it no matter what happens.
And it's the critics' jobs to judge it as a movie.
Yeah,
by itself,
not as an hour and 30-minute cutscene made by guys who do cutscenes for video games. And it's directed by the same guy who did Advent Children, and you guys know how we feel about at least the complete version of Advent Children. We reviewed the original version like very early on in the show.
No, we reviewed.
Oh, was it complete?
And
it was. That's
right. We did a
right.
drinking game on for Patreon donors for
yes
for the original.
They don't really know how to make a movie. I'm sorry, guys. It's a fact. They make bad movies. That's what it is. I'm sorry. It's still enjoyable. I still like it as a Final Fantasy fan to some extent, except for the ruination of Cloud's characters and the bringing back of a clearly dead, President Shinra. That guy was dead at the end of the thing. Rufus was not alive, and they brought him back anyway. So I don't even know, as a fan, if I can say that that's solid, because they fucked it. They made Cloud this whining, brooding little pussy character, and then they brought back someone who was clearly dead, and then I'm expected to, it's just bad for critics. No, in that sense, it's bad overall. It's them tripping over their own storyline. Mm-hmm. But you know why I can say that? Because I fucking watched the movie. I watched Advent Children. I've gone through phases where I used to love it, and then I watched it again more recently, and I don't really love it anymore, but it still has some moments.
I like aspects of it.
Enjoyment. Yeah, the fighting is great. The animation is good. Does that make it a good movie? No, absolutely not. It's not supposed to be a fucking cutscene. It's supposed to be a movie. It looks like a music video half the time. Like,
that's true.
With the swooping camera angles and like the weird shots that they do in it, I'm like, God, this is like disorienting and just... Okay, look, if you haven't seen Kingsglaive...
Don't judge it yet.
Yeah, don't give people shit for not liking it just because you think it's going to be good. You got to go watch it first. And if you are someone who's going to think it's going to be good and you are just overwhelmed by the 8% score that it's rocking right now on Rotten Tomatoes, why are you looking at Rotten Tomatoes? If you're convinced it's going to be good, who gives a shit what Rotten Tomatoes says? If you're convinced to a fault, to a T, that it's going to be a good movie, then why does it matter? You shouldn't even be looking at it. You shouldn't even be considering the fact that, the 8% and thinking...
Well, we did have a contest, which we're going to announce the winner in a couple weeks. Because, sometimes some reviews come in a little later and the score might be adjusted.
Yeah, you got to give it time to breathe.
It's probably not going to be in the positive range.
No, not unless it does it.
But I have actually seen a movie turn around before. The Jake Gyllenhaal movie Enemy used to have a rotten score. Now it has an overwhelmingly fresh score because suddenly a lot of people had reviewed it.
Yeah.
It was a small independent movie, and then it was, I guess, released wider later, and then it had a positive score.
Okay.
That's the only time I've ever seen that kind of jump happen from the negative to the positive range.
Right.
So, I mean, it could happen. We're going to wait till there's a consensus on Rotten Tomatoes or a couple weeks from now, depending on what happens.
Right.
And if that many more critics review the movie. But it's not looking good so far. But by the way, I'm not going to just assume it's probably going to be a bad movie. I mean, that's what the Rotten Tomato score is for. It's like, you have an 8% chance that you're going to like this movie as a movie watcher.
Right. And you guys got to realize that if I give a movie a 2.5 out of 5, that counts as rotten on Rotten Tomatoes. Mm-hmm. It only shows the ones that are counted as positive in the overall experience, because it's 8% of people liked this movie, thought it was a positive experience. That's what that means. It doesn't mean everyone else gave it a 0 and one guy gave it a 5. That is what Metacritic is for. There are two separate entities, and if you want to go off of one and not the other, that's fine. But you need to realize what Rotten Tomatoes is. It's not some greedy, conglomerate of asshole critics. I mean, it kind of is in some way.
All critics are assholes, right?
But you got to realize, Don't bag on someone's rating of it until you've actually seen it. I think that's really silly.
And then you can decide whether or not you agree or disagree with the critics.
Yeah, it's fine. And the critics aren't the fans of the series, and it's not going to crush the series if this movie does
once again,
poorly.
reiterate, one guy, okay, so there's 13 reviews so far as we're speaking.
Mm-hmm.
One guy gave it a positive, but that positive review was 5 out of 5.
Right.
So that 8% is a person who fucking loved it.
Yeah.
So, take it for what you will.
Yeah, and then, I would just not worry about it. It's a limited release Final Fantasy CG, super CG movie. It's not a big deal. They're not riding on this thing succeeding in some mega way.
Unfortunately, it's not a Quentin Tarantino movie, so we're not going to be driving 7 hours to go see it.
Oh, it's even more, I think. I think the closest one is...
Is it in L.A.?
Yeah, it's in California.
I'd rather kill myself.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that if it was the Tarantino thing. I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah,
I'd go to Vegas.
If it were in Vegas or Reno or something, would go.
If it were in Vegas, I would have gone, yeah. No doubt.
Love
that you can just run out of combat when you need to. I like the world thus far, and I think I'll like it a bit more once I settle into it and get over the learning curve. Gameplay-wise, this is a strong entry. The map is big enough that you feel like you can actually explore without being so big you want to shoot your own brains out when you travel. Final Fantasy 11.
Fantasy 10? No, it's the weird clothes. Okay. So.
Wait.
Everybody just wears normal clothes, and then I get to this one city, and then all of a sudden they're wearing, overalls that, go right under to where their underwear is.
Nice.
So, the panty area is being shown on some women while also wearing overalls that just have this massive hole in that crotch area.
That sounds amazing.
It's really fucking weird, and the only thing that I could think of is
if you have a thing for overalls, yeah, I guess.
It's it's just Final Fantasy X clothing, and I was like, I did not see this coming at all in this game.
God,
everybody else,
fucking damn it, Nomura!
Did you see yourself coming after seeing Cindy?
And a shirt, and then these people were gonna wear weird fucking
They're
overalls.
Freaks. It's the Freak Nation.
It's in just one town. I was like,
they're all mechanics, but they need crotch air. They need to air it out because it's hot in there.
Yeah,
is that like where the Poligs live?
It was like a fucking slum city.
Oh, really?
Is that a Utah centric joke?
I think
it might be.
Maybe.
But that's just where all the auto mechanics live. And it gets real hot under those cars because they're...
No, Cindy is the only one outside of that area that wears weird clothing.
Does Cindy still look the same as... I mean, a lot of people attacked Cindy's highly sexualized image.
I attacked something.
I will say that her jacket does not fit her if she were to zip it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is zipped down.
It's a Vaughn jacket?
It will not fit.
It's a Vaughn vest.
But do you want it to fit? Do you really?
Not really, no.
Yeah, okay. Right.
I don't want anything to fit.
Neither does Prompto.
Oh, you want something to fit.
Oh. Touche. Neither does Prompto, huh?
Yeah.
That's
dirty young man.
I think this game should be remade with us as the characters, the Nude Clan. Just all four of us.
Oh, that game would be rated M.
Yeah, it would be AO, man.
I don't think it would be AO. Unless you guys have been anally raping each other while I've been gone.
That's what the hotel scenes are for.
You can't rape the willing.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Well, just pretending, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He really wants it.
Man, that's probably the most fucked up thing I've ever said on Ultima.
You can't rape the willing?
I think so, yeah. Although it's technically true. I mean, if Caleb is willing to receive my penis, it's not raping Caleb.
It's not raping.
It's just Caleb wanting to be pleased.
Yeah, that's consensual.
I would
if
never.
It's consensual,
I would not go near that thing.
Why, if an elf enjoying the festivities, I trust. The bouquet is about to take place. I wonder who the lucky lass will be. No!
You have things that you should be doing, and you're not doing them. You're wasting your time on this. So, playing an MMO as you're supposed to play them, I say in quotes, is not an option for me. That is not fun for me.
Well, I think 14 we were doing optional quests, right? Like we did a bunch of optional stuff. At least I did. I took on a ton of quests.
A lot of quests because quests gave you XP. And so it was a more interesting way to level up without having to commit an entire hour to doing a dungeon.
Yeah, or story missions.
Yeah.
Like for me, with 14, I would just grab a shitload of quests in the area, and then I'd go out and do the story mission, because it'll send you out in a similar area, and there'll just be, you know, your story mission on the mini-map, and then like, ooh, this spot here, this spot here, this spot here. And that kept it, entertaining. And eventually the regular quest just fell off. Like they were just like, fuck, this isn't even worth my time anymore, because the XP was so low. But, that one, there's a little bit more of a reward in 14. I know 11 is a completely different game, and we've talked about it over and over again, how it is more rewarding when you get stuff done, but it's not necessarily that rewarding to go grind, because you just have to go kill stuff. And sometimes the stuff gets, way too much. You pull too many ads and you just die, and it's like, oh shit!
And it's going to take 20 minutes to get back to this spot.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't even want to
give me XP.
I don't even want to play right now, because I just died because the stupid aggro move I have just aggroed like 7 guys. Suddenly they're like, hey, you want to fuck with him? You're gonna fuck with all of us. Like this freaking bromance thing going on in this stupid tree, and I die, and I have to go all the way back, and I died, okay? I died. This is what happened, okay? I was sitting there playing. I was trying to get level 99 because everybody else did already. And I was like, Jesus, I was further than most of you, but I messed up on that one fight, and I warned everybody, and we made sure you had all the tails you needed to raise your level cap to 99. I get there, I'm killing stuff, it's great, everything's going great, kind of. I mean, I died a few times in the beginning, but other than that, it was going great, and I'm like 10,000 away from hitting level 99, right? And I bump my thing down here, my little USB piece of shit, motherfuck, USB thing that every time you touch it, everything just disconnects, right? So the game disconnected, and it pulled me out of 11. It pulled up some other screen. No, it was a combo of something else too. It was the stupid Windows may not be genuine thing that pops up, and right as my fucking USB thing goes out, it pops up, so I'm not on the screen. And I'm not actually, like, I can't do the finishing TP move to kill this motherfucker, because all I have is my keyboard, and I can't click on the game again. The Windows thing is like the open screen, so it's all that's there. And I have one guy, and he's got like no health.
Your veins are popping out.
He just hits me, and it hits me over and over again, and I'm too fucking far away to do any TP moves. No one's healing me, because occasionally the trusts just turn into these vegetables and don't fucking heal. They're like, oh, let's attack, even though I have like 300 MP and you're clearly on your last leg of life. And I fucking died. I died in there, and that guy had like 10% of his life left when I fucking died, and all I needed was like 9,000 XP, and they were giving me 11k. So I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna go to another zone with a little easier guys and just kill more of them, and I'm not gonna go back to that fucking tree ever again. And so far I haven't, but it was ridiculous, man. It was like a chain of bullshit that happened. Like right as the thing disconnects, the Windows thing is like, oh, by the way. And then I'm like sitting there like messing with the keyboard trying to get out of that window, and it just won't fucking pull up 11 again, and I just die, and I'm just watching it. Like a full bar of TP could do 5,000 damage to this fucking dude, and no, it won't have it. Oh man, that was the very beginning of this expansion too. That was like when I was trying to get level 99.
So if you want to see that frustration, you go to twitch.tv/Ultima Final Fantasy. She's not only badass, she's also hot as fuck and doesn't look like a weird elf freak.
Yeah,
which is what Lilith looks like.
Is half elf. So yeah, lots of good stuff there. And oh man.
Yeah, okay, so let's get back to the main Wings of the Goddess. You were about to talk about our favorite dancer character.
Yes, Mayakov. Mayakov is literally the most flamboyant, lisp happy character ever that I've ever experienced in any video game ever. And I'm trying to do this. I don't know what that was. I'm trying to do this I'm doing this sensitively, I guess. I mean, come on, it's not that. I'm trying to do this voiceover on the 11 stream because it's boring to just sit there and watch somebody read. And this expansion had a lot of dialogue. This thing was like, it was heavy dialogue. There was a ton.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, well, I'm going to do this because it's better for the viewers. People like it. And it's turned out well for us on the Twitch stream. And it's fun. I like doing it. But this guy, man, this guy's lisp is crazy. It's like it's every time there's an S or a C, this guy's like, yes. This is, and there's sometimes where there are words where it's just, I don't even know what he's trying to say. I can't fucking do it. He's like, I'm just going nuts.
So if you're reading it like this paragraph here, another interesting aspect, you're going to have to do it.
Another interesting aspect of this expansion is Mayakov. Mayakov is the flamboyant, lisp-happy leader of the dancing troupe that Lilith is a part of. Not much else can be said about Mayakov, but man, he's definitely
gay.
Yes, and it's another case of Square Enix, and I don't mean to sound like a super like justice warrior. It's like they only have ever seen one gay guy ever. It's like the same thing with Barrett. It's like, oh, Mr. T, that is Black Man.
Okay.
And then they're like, oh, I don't know who the fuck they saw for that. Maybe that workout guy. What is his name? I can't remember. The dude with the sweet, fluffy fro. He's like from the 90s workout videos. Yeah, Richard Simmons. He's the only one they've ever seen. Ever. And that's what they're going to base stuff on.
I gotta say,
it's the English translator team, and I wonder if Mayakov even had the lisp in the Japanese translation. I don't know, because I can't read Japanese, but I don't know.
Okay. I am confused about all this. Now, I did watch a documentary about the quote-unquote gay voice.
Uh-huh.
You know, the one kind of lispy, or at least like really, like this.
Yeah, feminine.
And it's often seen as like a feminine voice. And there's not actually a problem with anybody who talks like that. And there are some people who claim to be straight who talk like that. And we've met them in our lives. Now, the one person in my high school who was claiming to be straight and talked like that did turn out to be gay later. So I feel like there is something going on there. There has to be something going on there. Now, I am not being sensitive right now, and I know that, and you guys know me, and sometimes I can step all over my tongue, and I don't give a fuck at the moment right now. A lot of gay people do sound like that. Now, it has become a stereotype. I realize not all gay people sound like that. But because a lot of gay people sound like that, we do see it, especially around this time. I don't think they would be able to get away with it in a game right now, but in 2007 they could.
But for this show, we're done, so enjoy the grind.
This has been another production of Ultima Final Fantasy, the Ultimate Final Fantasy Podcast. The show was produced by Joseph DeGollier, Schweiss, editing by Joseph DeGollier, parodies and clips from their respective authors, of course. You can get all of our episodes as well as our Let's Plays at ultimafinalfantasy.com. You can also contact us on Twitter
our Let's Plays are not there,
as well as our contact page on our website.
This needs to be updated.
Our podcast reviews may get read on the show, and look forward to the next episode of Ultima Final Fantasy, the Ultimate Final Fantasy Podcast.
I'm so happy for the two of you. It's beautiful. Never mind me. I have something in my eye, it's all. The reception will be held at the Ruined Gardens shortly. I will see you there, I'll ask. For another cutscene.
How dare you?
Go to our contact page.
God, yes. Yes! Okay, we have a few questions here today. The first one is titled FFTCG from Kodokushi. Hey guys, greetings from Ogden.
Jesus
Christ. Dun, 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 dun. I discovered Ultima Final Fantasy back in January, and I've been hooked ever since. I was just watching Joe through his window last night. I was just wondering what your thoughts were on the Final Fantasy TCG, which was announced this week to be coming to the U.S. in November. Is this something you think you'll be picking up, or do you see it more as a novelty that's maybe a little too... You gonna give me shit for this, too?
How are you gonna pronounce it?
Niche for Western fans.
Okay, some people say niche, and
niche
some people
is
say niche.
Stupid.
I say niche, motherfucker.
Niche is Knesh, and it is... Yes.
Niche. Look at that word and tell me it's not pronounced niche.
Now this one, there's no...
If it were niche, it'd be Nitch.
Yeah, but niche should be...
As in stitch.
Niche sounds like a weird, it sounds like an Indian name. Like niche. It sounds like a food. Niche.
Oh, fuck you. It's niche.
It doesn't matter. No, there's no official
I know. We
version.
have looked this up because we've had this fucking fight before. Actually, it wasn't between me and you.
It was you and Craig.
It was between me and Caleb Fatass.
Wow.
That's a niche too, you jackwagon.
All right, look, it doesn't matter. What do you think about the card game? I don't know anything about the card game. I think it sounds like a cool idea.
I've said it niche and niche.
I've said niche, too.
I've gone back and forth like a million times. I guess I don't have a special pronunciation for it. But since you were like, you're going to give me shit for this.
You had to.
But the thing is, you didn't call it Nietzsche.
I was thinking about that. I was thinking of saying Nietzsche, actually. I was like, there may be a little too Nietzsche for Western fans.
Yeah, I would have given you so much shit.
I would have probably played it off all casual.
I listened to Super Sexy, and Jake will mispronounce a word, and you'll give him shit for it.
I will, yeah.
Mr. Philharmonic.
Dude, I give him shit for stuff that you should not be missing, though. Philharmonic.
Right.
I mean, how many times have you said that in your life? Less than 100.
Yeah, probably, but I know the words. So.
Yeah, I guess I just haven't seen it enough.
Okay.
All right, I haven't seen anything on this card game.
First off, if you're from Ogden... Actually, I don't have anything for you.
Yeah, Joe,
don't go looking for me.
Go stalk Joe. I can tell you kind of where he lives. If you know where the...
Don't even.
There's a certain little landmark.
There is a landmark right next to my house, and I am not going to say what it is.
Oh, have you mentioned it on other shows, though? You might have.
Maybe in Getting Fat.
And Oren.
Oh, you mean it comes down to Oron?
Yes.
Because Zidane has just nothing.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. He's too young looking. It's
true. All right, man. So now let's get into the fun ones. We got Final Fantasy XI. The contestants are El Husk, New Boreas, the Krinital, and the Baindrum.
Okay, first off, Baindrum is a Galka.
Yeah.
I think Baindrum's out.
Sorry, man.
We're going to be specious here. Sorry.
That's right. You made this. You chose this.
Now, Krinital is interesting, but Krinital's sense of fashion, I don't really care for it that much.
Yeah.
He's always wearing like the fisherman cap, whatever the fuck he's got on his head.
Yeah, that's true. It's like one of those things that
I know we all have like the same face in the game, so it's it's really down to what we wear.
It's true.
And I think New Boreas is the clear winner with FF11.
You think so?
Yeah, I think New Boreas is the best dressed.
I don't know.
I think the warrior character of El Husk, I think El Husk is a little bit, I don't know, I would say. His pants are a little too tight and his midriff is showing just a little too much.
That was a phase.
Huh?
The phase is done now, but the problem with me now is I'm covered head to toe in plate mail. So you can't actually see me. And it looks awesome. It's impressive. It's like the valiant knight storming, the castle of the enemies to rescue the princess. But you don't really see much of me, and I don't really fit in as a normal dude.
Okay.
I'll go with. I'll accept the New Boreas.
You'll accept
answer.
New Boreas.
Yeah.
New Boreas
I am
the sexiest character in Final Fantasy XI.
I am swimming in my own ball sweat in Final Fantasy XI. I am sure. It is hot as fuck in that game. All right, so we got the Final Fantasy XII contestants. We have Bosch.
Oh, yeah.
Balthier.
Oh, yeah.
Rex. The Dead Man. Redis. And Vaughn. I'm going to eliminate...
I think you can eliminate Vaughn, Redis, and Rex.
What?
In one go. I'm sorry. I just don't...
All right.
I think you might have to... Did you just restart the thing? Because... All right, let it go.
It's just different music. This is a Ron Jeremy soundtrack.
Okay.
Moving on.
All right.
So it's really between Bosch and Balthier. This is tough.
I think... I don't know. I think Balthier is definitely more of the ladies' man. He's got a lot of confidence that Bosch does not necessarily have.
Yeah, and I think it's more because Bosch is after different things in life. Like, Balthier is definitely more for the ladies, and Bosch is more for his honor and reclaiming what was lost.
Which will be sexy to some people.
Yeah.
But I think, for the sake of this, I think it's Balthier, personality-wise, and, you know.
Yeah, I'm going to agree. I think Bosch is my preferred character.
Yeah,
but that's not what we're doing here.
I think he would be a better husband.
Yeah, probably. Balthier would be like sleeping around with all the rabbit women. He's not going to be faithful to Fran. I just know it. All right, so now we have the FF11 character New Boreas versus the FF12 character Balthier.
I'll see. It's
Balthier.
It's Balthier.
Yeah, I mean, you guy is kind of a mute. Makes it tough. All right, so Final Fantasy 13 contestants: Snow, Saz, Hope, and Bartandalus.
No. I think Bartandalus is the clear winner.
Obviously, that guy can rule the world. I'm going to get rid of Bartandalus and Hope, I think, because Hope can't win.
Okay.
So really, it's between Saz and Snow.
Saz is just too old.
Yeah, this one's really easy.
And Snow is ripped as fuck.
It's true. And
as annoying as he is.
It's true. He does get better throughout the game, I would say. But there is still a certain sense of animosity I felt towards him.
Okay.
I will allow him to move on to the next round, though. FF14, we have El Husk and New Boreas Caesar.
I'll give it to El Husk. I think he's got the better wardrobe.
You think so, with my black mage garb?
I do. El Husk, I think, in 14 is better.
That's true. You're kind of wearing like a dress half the time. You got your robe thing, and it looks odd.
White robe.
Yeah.
Ladies. And it's probably not that white with all the running around.
Probably not. It's probably disgusting. Yeah. All right, so Final Fantasy 15. I know we haven't played it, but we do have pictures, plenty of info, plenty of ideas on these four main characters. I could put King Regis in there, but we would just erase him immediately.
No, because he's Sean Bean, so...
All right, King Regis.
I would actually say King Regis has a shot. Okay, I'll start with eliminations here.
Class.
I think Prompto is... What the fuck is that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Fucking commentary track.
I think Prompto is too annoying.
I agree. He's going to be the annoying blonde character in the game. I would never put him in. Now is where it gets kind of tough, because Gladiolus is a little older.
Gladiolus is older.
But he's suave.
Oh, yeah, he is. And he's also... He knows how to wear leather.
He does. And he's actually kind of an awesome character so far in everything we've seen.
So far, in the animated stuff we've seen, yeah. And he can do push-ups... while all
handstand push-ups.
Handstand push-ups.
So he's a freak.
Yeah.
We have... I feel like he's a safe bet.
He also wears a suit really well.
True. You know what? Ignis, whatever.
Yeah, but Ignis is pretty...
he does have the British accent.
He's kind of a pretty boy, Ignis. Not that they're not all pretty boys. Ignis... I don't know. I think Ignis is pretty sexy as well. He also cooks.
Yeah, that's a big hit with the ladies.
Yeah. He's not that macho, though. Like, Gladiolus is way more
masculine, I would say.
Yeah. You know what? It's tough between these.
It's got to be a balance between prettiness and masculinity.
Yeah. Man, that makes it tough.
But Gladiolus could clean up and wear a suit and look awesome. And then he can be a biker and look awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Noctis?
No, I think Noctis is eliminated.
I think so too, but he isn't a bad character. He's just... I think his office makes it difficult for him, so I don't think he would really go after it too much. He could abuse it, but I don't think he's the kind of guy that would. So.
I think he would marry out of political ties.
Yeah.
Because he has to.
And he would be loyal.
Yeah.
Because his father is Sean Bean.
Yeah. So now I think it's really between...
Ignis and
Gladiolus, as much as King Regis would be awesome.
Yeah,
you know what? It's the handstand push-ups. I'm going to go ahead with Gladiolus.
I'm gonna second that. I can't deny the guy. He is a little bit older, but you know what? He's probably in his prime right now.
He's 80.
His face doesn't look too... No, actually, he does look pretty damn old.
His face looks pretty fucking old.
And he's holding the cane, and I guess that makes sense because everyone's like, geez, dude, your dad is ancient. But, like, he's not, but he is. And it's because he's doing all this
Gladiolus
stuff.
is apparently 18, so...
Yeah, Gladiolus is 12.
Yeah.
And Noctis is 7.
Doing his handstand push-ups at 9 years old.
Yeah, that guy, unstoppable. Pin-up contest winner, by the way.
Yeah.
So yeah, this episode was pretty good. I liked the build up to the fight. I liked how we were getting snippets of it periodically through the series. And
did you just use the word snidbit again?
I did.
I think you used that last week, and I
did.
Called it snidbit. I've never heard that phrase from anyone. I've heard tidbit. Snidbit though?
Yeah, snidbit. It's Krinital. He's inflicting himself on me. His
gonna have a life of a time trying.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a life of a time doing this show after spending so much time with that man.
Snidbit. I'm looking up what a fucking snidbit is. Like, in a way, really terrible advice.
Yeah.
Unless you were a high enough level. Of course.
The bad part is that was the very next day after the fight with Midia. I went on to do the fight with Bahamut, and that fucking fight, dude, that took me 2 fucking hours to beat. And I only died. I died like twice. I died 2 times, and then I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna go Midia mode. But it's not just Midia mode where you can launch the bombs at her because
Midia doesn't move.
Yeah, Midia stands there like a fucking moron, like a lump on a log. Yeah. These fuckers, they come for you. And Bahamut's fucking attack, ranged, dude. Fucking ranged, and it's AoE, and if you're fucking there, you are dead. Because you won't just die. You'll fucking get paralyzed, and your team will just watch as you're all huddled down, fucking like, oh, help me! Help! And he's just fucking crawling up behind you all slow, just ready to fuck you as hard as he can. And he does. That was sick. Because we got what, like 4 or 5 summons, and then suddenly Bahamut just comes down.
How many minutes is that fight? Like, how much time
of my life today?
Oh, yeah, like just doing one round on your successful one, even. You have to go
on
through
the successful
all those fucking summons.
On the successful one, I think it was another like hour and 20 minutes. It was a night. It was a night of Revenant Wings for one fucking mission, man. And this was the day after I spent a whole fucking night doing the mission with Midia. I was like, God damn, dude, is this game just going to be like 60 plus hours from here to the end? It was sick. It was sick, but I was able to do it. So he reveals that the town's upset and they think that Yuffie was infected with this thing that's making all the people sick that she was playing doctor for. And this is where she gets like really possessive of everything in this thing. Like she's trying to steal everything. She steals Red 13's phone at one point, and she's always talking about stealing.
How the fuck does Red 13 have a phone?
Dude,
how the fuck?
This 7...
That makes no goddamn motherfucking sense.
Final Fantasy 7 as of Advent Children. Just... Yeah.
How does he put it up to his ear?
I don't fucking know.
How does he answer the phone?
You know what? He had the PHS in 7.
Maybe he's got like a big button on his belly and he has to like lick his crotch to activate it. To activate it.
No, he has to lick his crotch to no, never mind. Activate it with something else. That's fucked up.
Oh boy.